prompted you to step into the gym in the first place? The PT particularly?
I think I wanted to get better. I mean, I've been doing CrossFit for 3 years, but I wanted to sort of understand a little bit more sort of the mental aspect and maybe a little bit more sort of technical and strategy in terms of how to do it. So I wanted to sort of get better. So that was really the main motivation. I was doing CrossFit maybe about 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week. I wasn't sort of putting it all together properly, especially sort of the technical elements around strength and then how to attack the WOD from a mental perspective. So I think PT with Dylan really helped out.
Okay. Were you training specifically for the Open?
No, not really. I mean, although, 3 years, you just sort of stumbled into the Opens.
Yeah.
But I said, after last year, I said, I think I can do better at this.
Yeah.
But I needed to sort of do something more. I thought I did well this year compared to the other Opens. And I think that was just a lot more mental, as well as, again, how to attack the Open and think smarter about how to do the WODs. In the other WODs, there was a lot, anytime you go into the WOD, there's always that fear element.
Yeah.
But I always questioned whether or not I could do it. And I didn't like that nagging feeling. So I think the more I sort of did PT, and with Dylan, I mean, the intensity is there. And I think that just got me a lot more comfortable about being in that pain cave a little bit longer and accepting what it's going to be like.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background before CrossFit? What did you do?
Oh wow, okay, yeah, I was sort of a very competitive tennis player growing up. Competed from an Asia perspective, Davis Cup, and then in collegiate tennis I played Division I tennis for Arizona in the Pac-10. I started when I was 9.
Wow.
And I played all the way till I graduated college at 21.
Okay.
So, but that was intense. I mean, massive hours every day, and I fell out of love in terms of playing tennis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what did you do?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
From
21 probably till 21, I would say, till I found CrossFit. I was just in and out of going to the gym, running, but nothing intense.
Right.
So I wish I had discovered CrossFit a long time ago, because I'm in like the best shape ever.
And what was it like stepping into a CrossFit gym at the age of 26?
Yeah, intimidating.
25, 22.
Intimidating. Very intimidating. But I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
So I said, I think I can do this.
I was actually really surprised when I got home.
Yeah, thank you. I'm turning 50 in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
So
I've heard. You look really good for your age.
Thank you. Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Look, I think I made a conscious effort, probably when I turned 40, to say, okay, getting older now, I want to do things a little bit differently. So work-life balance, career was always number one, and I said, okay, I need to break that up. I got married when I was 40, so very late. So family has become a very big component, and I've got 3 kids and 1 on the way, so I wanna be around for a long time. So combination of CrossFit and ultimately health, I think, is a big motivator for me. When I started CrossFit, even before, you hear a lot of negative people saying, it's not for you, you're too old getting into it, you're gonna get injured. And when I first started in Hong Kong, one of the coaches at the box basically said, look, my advice to you is take it slow from the beginning. Don't get caught up with younger guys going faster, just no weight on the bar. And that's what I did. I mean, for probably a good year, I had nothing on the barbell, just trying to learn the movements a bit better. And I didn't want to sort of get caught up in that competitive spirit that CrossFit normally does. And then after I got better, then I started to say, okay, I can sort of up my game, I can start to do things a little bit more aggressive. And that sort of really saved me from injuries. Yeah.
What is the hardest thing you've ever done?
Okay. I would sort of just relate it to, the whole element of being in your comfort zone and what it means to leave that. And I've been in the same job now, same company for 28 years. So I've been straight out of school, into the same company, and it's sort of. And so there was one point in my career, and I know it specifically, 2004. I was very comfortable. I'd been in New York, and they sent me back to the Philippines to run the operation. And I'm originally from the Philippines, so I figured, perfect. I'm home. I know this environment. I know all the people. I'm very comfortable, and I was doing a good job. And then I got tapped up to basically go to Hong Kong and take on a much larger role. Something that at that point, I didn't think I had the skill set or the capability to do that role. And I struggled in terms of making that decision to go, because I felt I was leaving family, friends, a very comfortable environment. So, just having that ability to take the risk and go, and it's paid off. Big time.
Were your fears realized that you arrived in Hong Kong?
Absolutely. Even worse than I expected. But that's the whole point, right? You just you take those challenges head on. You're never perfect for any job. You're gonna have to sort of work your way through it. But getting hit cold when you get to a new place and a new environment, and having to sort of struggle through that. And I struggled pretty much for a good year and a half before it finally clicked. But it was tough. It was a tough year and a half.
So obviously there were times in which during that struggle you considered quitting.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
What made you not quit?
Again, your competitive spirit in me, right? Growing up as an athlete, and I said I can do this. I just have to persevere and just keep my head down, believe in my abilities. And from becoming a CEO from the Philippines to a much bigger role in Hong Kong, and now ultimately the CEO of the region, it's just sort of it's helped me in terms of my confidence level to know that I can do anything.
Now, what are sort of the most important things to you right now? That's something that's like non-negotiable. Some people it's their coffee, some people it's their family, some people it's like
it's family. It's family, and I made a sort of conscious effort, especially this year, because I'm on the road 2 weeks out of every month traveling, and I've got a young family, and I said, my career, I know where I'm at, and I know I can obviously still progress, but there's family now that is much more permanent, right? And I want to sort of make a conscious effort to be for them, be there more for them, especially with my kids and my wife. So that for me is number one. That's a non-negotiable. And then health, like I said earlier, I gotta make sure I take care of myself. Obviously, CrossFit is a big component of that, but diet is a big thing. My whole family is vegetarian except me. So my wife and kids. So that's the next step. That's my next journey.
wow, really?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self, or just any general millennial who's a little too impatient for their own good?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would say just don't rush. Don't rush life, right? I started work right after college, immediately. And if I look back at the things that I would have done differently, I would have basically just taken more time to sort of experience, travel, do all of these things that you have less inhibitions about. You have less fear about. You're more courageous, and don't rush into love. Really take your time. I got married at 40, so there's a lot of opportunity to just understand life better and mature a little bit better. I think just everybody these days, you're rushing to get a job, you're rushing to do all these different things to find yourself in society, but you don't have to. Nowadays with the new economy, sharing economy, entrepreneurship, there's so many opportunities for young individuals to basically make their mark on the world. It doesn't have to be immediate. I think the self experience, growing through travel and different experiences is probably a lot more valuable at the end of the day.